The Stock of the Day is brought to you by IG, Australia's #1 CFD provider. With over 17,000 markets and extended trading hours, turn US earnings season volatility into opportunity. Get started at IG.com.
And the stock of the day is Mineral Resources. So Managing Director Chris Ellison will be stepping down from the position within the next 12 to 18 months. Chairman James McClements will be gone before next year's AGM. It comes in the wake of the board finding that Chris Ellison used the company's resources for his personal benefit and did not act with enough integrity. In a statement to the market, the company says the board has determined there needs to be an orderly leadership transition, significant strengthening of governance protocols, and a financial penalty imposed on Mr. Ellison, who will pay $3.8 million to reimburse the company, while he will forfeit his bonuses on top of a sanction of as much as $6 million. The decision marks the conclusion of an investigation over undeclared payments by Mineral Resources to companies linked to Mr. Ellison after he admitted he failed to disclose overseas revenue to the Australian Tax Office. So that is the stock of the day. Mathan, I might start with you on MinRes. A founder flare. We often hear it's great to have a founder at the helm, but look, this is bad behavior. This is lacking integrity. However, do you think how it's being handled, this transition, this time to step down, is, I guess, better for shareholders of Mineral Resources ultimately?
It's a tricky one. Look, I've been negative on miners with the whole China stimulus coming story for nearly 2 years. That was never coming and still not coming. Min Resources is a very interesting play, and the lithium play didn't pay off. So that's been, I guess, a negative, and it's been in a downgrade cycle. Look, CEO is an acquired taste. I like him. I like weird ones. They're willing to take a punt, and he takes a punt in a lot of areas, and usually he's pretty good. But look, you have a board. The board is supposed to, is your protection. It's your put against, CEO going a bit off.
Rogue, yeah.
In this one, and in all the cases when things go wrong, you have to ask the question, what is the board doing? And well,
I think it might speak to this whole founder conundrum, right?
Yeah.
That they...
And he's a major
board's
shareholder.
at their behest.
Yeah, he's a major shareholder. I mean, it doesn't matter if he's not holding the title, he's still a major shareholder. So it's going to be an issue, and there's going to be a lot. And the fact that, there's another CEO that's on the papers as well, this has been interesting. It's been leaked stories that are consistently coming through, and it's targeted. So I don't think this is the end of it. You're going to hear more of this. It's going to be choppy. But look, you got to think long term. In the short term, this is going to suffer. You're not going to make much money. It probably will go south. Probably short to medium term, it's going to be negative. Medium to long term, I think it's positive. I do like him. He does have a play, and they're in the right areas. I mean, we're not going to, we're not seeing iron ore going to $200, but it still make good money, and the market will get pessimistic.
Okay, so is it good value today, or are you still not going to be buying it because it still is in that downgrade cycle?
It's in a downgrade cycle. Management issues. It'll hurt them in the short term. Sit back and wait. If once it goes probably close to $30 or lower, you start buying bit at a time. Spread your buying over the next 3 months. I don't know where the bottom is, but in a longer term, that's your opportunity.
Okay. If you already held Mineral Resources, you would just keep holding it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you're not going to sell. You don't care what I'd say anyway, but you're not selling now.
Okay, so Mineral Resources specifically. I was speaking with Junbei Liu from Tribeca Investment Partners a little bit earlier today. She's a regular on this program as well. And she was saying, unfortunately, Mineral Resources is losing a little bit of its secret sauce with Ellison heading out the doors. Is there anything in MinRes, because it has been lauded as a company that's been well run, that would make you still want to buy into this story now?
Yeah, I think outside all this scandal, I still think it's a fairly solid run business. However, going back on that, I think it is going to be a turbulent period for them within the next 6 to 12 months, trying to work through this. And, there could be a lot of things that are uncovered through this. So this goes pretty far back to 2006, right? So yeah, they're basically uncovering a lot of the dirt inside the closet, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it's got a bit to go. I was reading actually about Chris Ellison. You know, he moved from New Zealand when he was a bit younger. Quit school about 15, and you know, really interesting in the sense he's a hustler, but there's probably a bit of a grey area where he's willing to operate. So who knows what else is underneath? Mm-hmm. But I think, yeah, obviously he's still going to be fairly involved with the company. I think it just needs a bit of time to settle through this whole period and get back to actually valuing what the business is about.
Okay, so if you already owned it, would you hold it?
Yes.
And you would just wait for a better opportunity? You still think there's going to be a better opportunity to get in the coming months?
You know, like if there's more scandals that are uncovered, it'll go down. But I think if you've held through it, it's gone through all the pain, a lot of the pain already. So, yeah.
Got it. Interesting. I just was checking out a report from RBC Capital Markets. They have an outperform rating on the stock. Price target $64. So there you go. Makes a market to hold from both of my guests if you're already in it, but no need to buy it today.
The stock of the day was brought to you by IG. Turn volatility into opportunity this US earnings season with extended trading hours on over 110 key US shares. Get started at IG.com.